Grace, and today I'm going to be talking about my disappointing reads of 2015. And I read some pretty bad books this year, but I wasn't really expecting a lot from. So these books are the books that I was expecting more from, and they disappointed me either a lot, a little bit. So yes. Also, I want to talk about the giveaway. I'm giving away Soundless by Rochelle Mead, and the giveaway was supposed to end like Monday or Tuesday, but I'm going to leave it up for one more week because people keep commenting on it, so I'm just going to let everyone kind of get their chance. It is US only, unfortunately, but I will go ahead and link the giveaway down below and just comment on it and tell me if you want to enter or not. And also, if any of these books I talk about are some of your favorites, it's okay, because we all got different opinions and I love that. So if you loved it and I didn't, please tell me, because that's kind of cool. And so yes, let's get on with the books. The first book I'm going to talk about is Slammed by Colleen Hoover. Bam! I unhauled it. So there's the picture. I love Colleen Hoover. You see all those books? Did I like them? Yes, I did. But not this one, because it was weird. It was too fast. Relationship was just not healthy. The family was weird, I thought. But the slammed poetry part was pretty cool. Like, that was cool. But other than that, I didn't like it. And I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. The second book I want to talk about is Prince of Thorns by Mark Lawrence. Picture here, because again, I unhauled it. This is probably one of my least favorite books. I expected a lot from this because it's high fantasy and you follow an anti-hero, which is awesome because I love anti-heroes. But I don't love anti-heroes who are F-boys and who are just gross. And that was the main character in this book. He was disgusting. He just turned 13, I believe. And no, I didn't like him at all, and I would definitely not recommend this book. I didn't have anything against the writing. The writing was good, yet it was confusing. But yes, it does have good reviews, I think. I'm not sure, but I didn't like it. I gave it 2 out of 5 stars, but really, I should probably give it 1 out of 5 stars. The second book I was disappointed with was Scorched by Jennifer L. Armentrout. It's in my closet somewhere, and I do not want to go in there because there's just a bunch of books, and I don't want to mess it up. But, here's a picture somewhere. I expected a lot from this book because it deals with mental illness, it deals with addiction, which is totally, I think, out of Jennifer L. Armentrout's element in her writing content. So I was like, woo, this is gonna be good because it's more intense. It wasn't that good. I mean, it was good, like it was entertaining. Jennifer L. Armentrout books are so fun to read. This one was a little bit like, it was just not that fun. I think I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Now looking back, I should have given it like 2.5 out of 5 stars. I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend that one. Next book I'm going to talk about is The Revolution of Ivy by Amy Engel, which is the second book in the Book of Ivy duology. I loved the Book of Ivy, and I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars, so I was like, yes, I'm going to love this one. And I liked it. It was enjoyable. I read it really fast, but it felt like the characters weren't the characters. They were somebody else. There's character development, and then there's just like the author put in new characters and decided to leave all the good traits of the characters in the first book out, because why not? That being said, it was action. Like, there was some action scenes that were really fun. Again, it was really entertaining. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars, so it was pretty solid, but I was a little bit disappointed with this one. The next book I'm going to talk about is Frostfire by Amanda Hocking, which is the first book in the Changeling trilogy, I believe. The reason why I thought this one was going to be great was because I loved her trilogy, which is about trolls and it's set in the same world. So I was like, yes, and we follow this girl who's kind of like Rose from Vampire Academy. This was like a quiet book. There was nothing like extraordinary about it. It was very subtle, and I think that's why maybe I didn't like it. There wasn't a lot of humor in it, where I thought there was pretty great humor in the Troll trilogy. It was a solid book. I think I gave it 3 out of 5 stars, but I continued on. I tried to read the second book and I couldn't get through, so I'm just like ending it. I don't want to continue on with that trilogy. So I was a little bit disappointed with that one. The next book I'm going to talk about is probably an unpopular opinion because a lot of people love this book, and that is Champion by Marie Lu. It's in my closet somewhere. Again, I don't want to go into the avalanche of books, but I'll insert a photo. It took me like 3 months to read this book. I'd put it down because it was so boring. There was no humor, zero humor in it, and I just need one line would suffice. I just love humor, just a little bit. Comedic relief is needed in it, and it was just really boring. I hated the ending, hated it, soiled it, I hated it. But I loved Marie Lu because I loved the first 2 books, and I am going to read The Young Elites because I've heard amazing things about that one. But Champion, didn't like it, gave it 2 out of 5 stars. Probably should have given it like 1.5 out of 5 stars. Writing is good. Characters, ending, no. The next book I'm going to talk about is kind of an unpopular opinion. I know a lot of people who love it, and I know a lot of people who don't. So yeah, 50-50. And so that is Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. When I read this, it was entertaining, it was fun, yet towards the end I was like, okay, let's wrap this up. And I pretty much knew what was gonna happen. I think it was just some things were placed in there just for the shock value. It was too much like other books that I've read, and I know that I don't like comparing books, but man, it's hard to not compare books when it's kind of like word for word, scene for scene in this book. I originally gave this 3 out of 5 stars, and now I'm not. I'm going to give it 2 out of 5 stars because I am not going to continue on with this trilogy. I have no desire to. I'll probably eventually unhaul this one, maybe give it away because I know that a lot of people would probably want to read this. I think people would love this if they didn't read a lot of fantasy dystopian books, so keep that in mind. And the next 2 books I'm going to talk about, I can't really completely say that they were really big disappointments because I didn't finish them. And so the first is The Heir by Kiara Cass, blinked on that one, photo. This is the spin-off series of The Selection, or the continuation of it, and I will admit, The Selection was, I loved The Selection. America Singer, you were annoying, but I still kind of loved you. Now, with the main character in The Heir, I don't even know her name, but I got like 75 pages, or 80 pages, I believe. I don't know. Pretty far. And I couldn't with that chick. She was such a brat. She was so brat. Like, if you didn't like America, and then you move on to this book, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be like, what the hell? I think the author makes the main characters really unlikable so she can have really good character development. And I could probably see that, but I just don't care enough to continue on, so DNF, man. Next book I'm gonna talk about is Red Rising by Pierce Brown. I got, I think, either halfway or a little bit more than halfway through this book, and I was just not into it. I think the writing is great. The story is like a lot of other things that I've read. I didn't like the main character, and I don't know, something just didn't feel right while I was reading this book. So I don't know if I'm going to continue on. I really want to just finish this book just to finish it because, I don't know, it's kind of a pet peeve of mine just to leave books unfinished. But honestly, life is short. And if you don't like a book, you probably shouldn't force yourself to read it. So I'll probably give this one away too because I know that probably a lot of people would like this one. So those are all the books that I was pretty disappointed with in the year of 2015. They weren't released, most of them weren't released in 2015. I just happened to read them last year. But if you've read any of these and you feel the same way or completely opposite, again, tell me because I would love to know. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget about the giveaway. You want to enter it? I'm sorry, I know it's US only, but anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.